Being in the wake of grafting season and faced with the aftermath of brown, this is what my shop looks like. Grafting hammers, wedge hammers, grafting seal buckets, grafting tape, chainsaw gas, table full I don't know what, extension cords, pipe wrenches. Oh, the busted block. This mess. That's off the first engine I put in the green bean, an old industrial 350 that came out of a Gleaner combine. My air stuff. Brown kept ripping that door off. I don't even know what he did with it this time. Put it back 3 times. Found let the green bean down on my toolbox. With this drawer open, the front bumper cut this drawer. Oh my. Well, the goal is to get this shop cleaned up, organized, and get this truck on the lift. It's time to get back to it. Well, it took a few hours, but I suppose this looks a little better. I think I can get some work done in here now. Look at that wisteria. Isn't that awesome? Can y'all smell that? It is just so aromatic. It'll just almost knock you down. Just a wonderful thing, ain't it? Let me done told you what. Hey everybody, how y'all are? I just have not had a chance to get on this rig here just quite yet. I've been doing a lot of catch-up work around here. You know, during grafting season, I don't do anything but grafting season. That's just how it's always been. And I guess that's how it'll always be, because in order to cram a year's worth of work into 2 months, it's pretty intense, and you can't let up, man. You got to just put your head down and keep going. So that's kind of what happens around here. Consequently, the yard, you know, gets unattended and untaken care of. And is that a word? Unattended? I don't know. Anyway. That's a better word than untaken care of, I guess. Anyway, so I've been catching up around here, doing a lot of running the weed eater a lot, as you saw, cleaning my shop. But this is Apple Blossom Festival weekend coming up here, the big weekend. Today's Wednesday, and on Wednesday night, there's a group of us car guys that get together and go have a little pile of coffee on Wednesday night, and visit and catch up with each other about the week's activities, whatever's going on, and that's kind of fun. But tonight I'm going to be taking a little rat rod down. So the next order of business is to get the rat rod in here, get it kind of cleaned up. It's been sitting out all winter. I mean, I've driven it a couple times, but I haven't really cleaned it up from sitting out all winter. It's been undercover, don't get me wrong, it hasn't been out in the elements, it's been undercover, but it has been outside, and it's gotten pretty dirty, and I'm gonna, every once in a while, I kind of wipe it down with some little diesel or some WD-40 or something to kind of make the rust shine a little bit. And anyway, the Classy Chassis Parade's coming up Friday night. Got some pretty good stuff going on the next couple of days here. We've got my buddy Big Greg's coming over from Tacoma, and he has. We've been able to procure a title for this rig, and I'm pretty excited about that. That way I can just, with a title, you can just go down to the DMV and pick up your tabs and your plates, and you're good to go. You don't have to go to the State Patrol and get an inspection like you do with a new home built vehicle. So title's a real handy thing to have, and I'm pretty grateful to be able to get my hands on one of those. Anyway, he knew the right people in the right places to make that happen. So I'll have a title that matches the VIN tag on this old truck, 1940 Doge, which will soon become the Dojalac. But anyway, getting ahead of myself here. That's coming up tomorrow. And then Friday night is the Classy Chassis Parade here. And me and my grandson, we've kind of got a little tradition going now. I think this is the third or fourth year maybe that he has ridden with me in the parade. And last year we put his little mailbox, his little push car on the back of it. And I'm pretty sure he'll want to do that again. So that's kind of fun to begin a little tradition like that with my grandson. And that's coming up Friday night. And then there's, of course, a big cruise in out at the Hot Rod Cafe after the parade. Saturday's the big main parade in town. I stay away from that. Too many people. No, thank you. Rather be here in my shop working on this, and hopefully that's what's going to happen. Let me tell you what's coming up next on this thing. Let's build a rat rod. Number 20 will be the next video after this one. Hopefully, I've got my rear airbags blown up there just to see if they hold air. They do. Everything's good there. But I'm going to have to redo something on the front end of this thing as far as my airbags. And that's not a bad thing. You know, I learn as I go. I'm not a car builder. Don't make any claims to be a mechanic or a car builder. But I do know how to have a good time with this stuff. I love doing it. And, you know, there's a lot of armchair hot rod builders in the world. And, you know, at least I'm not sitting on a bar stool talking about it, doing it. I'm doing it, you know, and I'll get out here and I'll make mistakes, and I made one. I routed I made more than one, but the particular mistake in question is the way I routed my airline, and it was real slick the way it turned out because you don't see it anywhere. It's tucked down there. You can see it right there. It's tucked down alongside the frame. Comes out of the cross member down there where it's teed inside the cross member, and ran through the cross member to the other side, so it didn't hang down underneath, and I like that real well. The only problem with that whole deal is it don't work. I mean, it works, but when you go to pick it up, it picks up one side and then the other. It picks up that side that's close to that T, and I thought, well, that doesn't make sense, because I go, how can the air get there first and then go to this side and then pick this side up, because that's how it's lifting. It's lifting the driver's side and then the other side. And I go, you know, I'm thinking this through, and I'm thinking pressure's pressure. You know, it doesn't really matter where it's at in that line. It's the same pressure. Well, there's a YouTube subscriber and gentleman on the East Coast, and kind of becoming a friend. You know, I kind of get to feel like you guys are my friends after a while, and that's nice. But this guy, his YouTube name is East Coast Lowlife, and he's into low riding cars, I guess, and hence the name. And he sent me a message and said he had done a few of these rigs on these or a few of these airbag systems on these old Chevy frames. So I emailed him and told him what this thing was doing, and another guy said, well, you must have a pinch line. And I go, no, I checked that out real good. You know, I know better than that. But what East Coast Lowlife said, and it made total sense, is, well, it lifts up the lightest side first. For whatever reason, I don't know why, it might not lift that way if I were in the vehicle, because my added weight might balance it out. But as it is, and one side comes up first, and I don't like that. It's just kind of hokey looking, and I want it to just jump up in the air and then go down the road. So, having said that, the remedy is to go ahead and take that crossover tube out and then run a separate line up to this side as well. So I'm going to have to pick this thing up and drop a few things down. I think how I do that is knock one that lower ball joint loose and drop that A-frame down. I think that's how that works. Man, it's been over 2 months since I've touched this rig, so it's going to be nice to get my hands back on it. But East Coast Lowlife said really the way to go is to have 4 separate valves, one for each corner when you're airing up these rigs. So that's my next move, and I don't know why, but when I bought my valves, I bought 8 of them, which that's what you need. You got to have a valve to air up to charge your system. So you'll have these things running in line, somewhere probably mounted under the tank or whatever. But one is to fill the bag, then one is to purge the system, let the air out of the bag to drop the car down, and then charge one valve or turn one valve on, and that opens then electronically and charges the system and lifts the vehicle up. So like I said, I've got 8 of those valves. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run each airbag individually. That's my next move on this rig. So hopefully there will soon be a video coming up, maybe next week, called Let's Build a Rat Rod number 20. Let me show you what I got here. This is going to make some of you guys just cringe. Look at all this new rust I picked up over winter. Oh, what a beautiful patina. That is just lovely. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, like I said, this is going to make some of you guys cringe, and I think that's good. It's nice that people get a little stirred up. That's what this channel is all about. A little bit of rat rodding, and people that like it and people that don't like it, and it's all good. It gets people a little stirred up, gets their blood flowing. I think that's a good thing once in a while. But anyway, what I'm about to do is clean this thing up, clean my white walls, clean my wheels, wipe it down. It's just got a lot of dirt on it. From last time I had it out, the road was a little wet when I left here, so consequently kind of threw stuff everywhere. There's mud on the mirror and the windshield and all over. So I'm gonna clean that up and have it all ready for cars and coffee tonight. Okay, that's about it for now. Look forward to seeing y'all soon. Take care now. Bye.
Jumping every night when the sun goes down. They got whiskey with music and smoke, where all the cowboy folk go to boot school. I do a good job, I work hard for my money when it's quit time. hit the door, running the fire up the pickup truck. All six run. I go flying down the highway without hideaway. Stuck out in the woods to the boot scoot boogie. Well, heel toe, do-si do. Come on, baby, let's go boot scoot. Ah, Cadillac, blackjack, baby, meet me out back on a boogie. Ah, get down, turn around, go to town, boot scoot.